Okay, so again, we're going to talk about competitions. Ice swimming, a very big event in 2017.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking about coming.
You are coming.
I am coming, okay. Yeah. I hope my wife doesn't
He is coming.
hear.
The wife can come as well. It's a beautiful place. But I'll explain to you how we got to the competition. We start with ice mile, where you swim a mile. And as usual, the minute you put a challenge to a man or a strong woman, people try and go further and further, okay? Now it's very, we have Everest, but we don't have an infinite mountain and say, let's see who can climb 10 kilometer, 12 kilometer, 15 kilometer, okay? With ice we can. There is a frozen ocean, said, okay, let's see who can swim until they die. And I think a couple of Russian...
But we want to have fun, right? We don't want to finish...
So a couple of Russian did that, actually, in Siberia. And it was a great wake-up call to everyone to say, guys, we're not in a sport of, Sparta or whatever. Let's see who can swim, who's going to die first. So the mile it's a personal achievement. It's like the Kilimanjaro. I don't care how fast you've done it or how many times you've done it, what condition you had. Sometimes it was easier, the other. If you've done it, you become an ice member and it's a great achievement, okay? Competition, we introduced a kilometer, assuming that most competitors, as it's gonna get better and better, will probably spend 20 minutes and below, okay? Which interestingly enough, in Czech Republic, Poland, Russia, Finland, hundreds of years, 20 meter became kind of the death line, okay? 20 meter you have to get out. So for us it's really good, it's a kilometer. We still have people that swim longer, but they're also hardcore people. We started last year with the 1 kilometer. The 1 kilometer is Speedo, goggles, cap. Can be in an open water, ocean, or in a frozen lake where you have a pool. We're gonna have, I think, a pool in Germany, cut in the ice, or a portion of the lake which is not frozen.
They cut the ice, make it 25 meter pool.
In Murmansk in the Arctic in March, we had 8 lanes, 25 meter pool, everything.
Wow.
Look professional.
Wow.
You're not allowed to dive. We like to dive. I used to dive, but it's dangerous.
In Antarctica you dive, right?
In Antarctica I dive. When I swim on my own, I dive. I do check the water before that. When you have an event, you have to have diver underwater to make sure that there's, at 0 degrees, someone dives and doesn't come up. So everyone looks at, okay, who's gonna jump, So no diving. You get into the water, no tumble turn. Tumble turn also because you are cold, and if you miss the block or something and you push the wrong way, you can disappear under the ice. Also the rotation is not very good for the rest. You're allowed to do anything. It's a freestyle, unassisted kilometer.
People can swim with the head out, or it's not allowed?
Some Russians, interestingly enough, in Russia, Czech Republic, in a lot of Eastern Europe, in school they teach breaststroke as the main stroke. Freestyle is only for people who advance to a competitive swimming, where we learn to swim freestyle because it's the most natural. So I'm actually changing the doctrine by saying, guys, no neoprene cap, these caps that goes here, just silicone cap, and you better learn.
It's not allowed?
No, not allowed.
No?
No. Just silicone cap, like this.
Yeah.
Like this you're going to be wearing in Germany, 2017, yeah? I'll show you. It's a very warm cap. So this year, seasons of 2015 and 16, the winter, we have 11 1 kilometer championship.
Wow.
That's the International Ice Swimming Association logo and the cap. And every country have their own association and their logo. Okay, that's the South African logo. We've got about 12 countries with their own logo.
New,
it's beautiful,
right?
yeah?
That's new.
That's very new, yeah?
Yeah.
So the English got the British lion, and the Austrian got schnitzel. No, have their flag, and I think the American have the American eagle. The Russian have a bear. I don't know what the Israeli. Okay, I'm waiting to see what the Israeli.
Okay,
will be, but that's kind of.
I'm gonna first see if I put it on. I have to do it, right? No. Okay. I feel warm.
You're already warm, eh?
That's a water world cap. We have a couple of colors, so you have to put it on as well.
Oh, really? You boys gonna look like idiots.
No flag.
Are we gonna finish the interview with caps on?
I don't know. No, we have a lot to talk about.
Okay, I'm getting overheated here. Okay,
No,
so
put
year,
the cap up.
this year we have 11 championships. Some of them are bigger than others. In Ireland, in England, in Holland, in Poland, Czech Republic, Austria, Russia. We had one in South Africa in the desert. There's one guy in China. There's a lot of people who swim in the ice in China, but very short, okay? And he wants to start build it up. Okay, so the growth potential is phenomenal.
So what do I need to do? I want, besides the fact that I talk to you, but people, let's say someone sees this and he wants to go to swim 25 meters in ice swimming. How much months does he need to train? Where does he read all the material? What does he need to do?
25 meter, if you can swim, assuming you're a swimmer, okay? And you can swim a few kilometers in the pool comfortably. First of all, go and do a proper medical check. We do a AKG and medical check, oxygen, heart shape before every event. We do one before the season, and every event has to have a doctor and check you before them, okay? Just in case you've got high blood pressure or anything, because you are going to go into a shock. You learn how to go into this shock, and I'm not scared at all about the 1 kilometer in Czech Republic. I'm swimming 1 kilometer in Prague. But today? Wednesday, yeah. So on Saturday I'm going to Prague tomorrow, and on Saturday.
So you're going to put ice on your body and do an ice bath before, or no?
No.
Just
I'm not scared of 1 kilometer. I know I'm going to be 16, 17 minutes in 0 degree, and I just need to psych myself up to this. Okay, so 25 to 100 meter, which should take you 5 minutes very slowly. You shouldn't have a problem to be 5 minutes in 0 degree and nothing's going to happen to you, okay? Your core body temperature is not going to drop. It takes time for your core body temperature to drop. You're going to have very sore fingers.
Do you need to do the 25 and 100 meters before you train to the 1K?
Yes, yeah. You need to understand the ice mentally. So I compare it to scuba diving. When people go very deep and they get narcosis. Now, okay, it doesn't happen that you go deep and suddenly you pass out. The CO2 buildup or whatever in your body happens slowly. And divers learn to recognize it, okay? That as you go deeper, your thinking is slower, everything feels heavy. At some stage you start feeling like this and sleepy. And you learn to identify all the symptoms, and you learn to know when the symptoms getting to a stage that, oh shit, I'm getting into a dangerous territory, okay? I can't come back from that. The ice is very similar. So you need to spend time in ice, and look, it's very difficult, but in South Africa, we went to Herzliya school in Cape Town, and I got 32 tons of ice into a pool bigger than that to try and reduce the temperature. I managed to get it to 7 degrees from 15, and we did a qualifying swim there. Wow. And before every heat of 4 people, we put 2 tons of ice and spray it on the water so people actually touch the ice when they swim. Okay, so that's, again, we organized it in South Africa. In Israel, you need to find somewhere high, mountain, Jerusalem, Golan. You might go to the Golan Heights and find an open door pool. And maybe a pool like this, if it's outdoor in the Golan Heights or in the north, can go to 9 degrees, okay? I trained at around 12 degrees before I went to Antarctica, so did Lynn Cox. I don't recommend to train in 0 for 0. It's too extreme. I don't recommend to spend too much time in the ice before you, it's not normal. But, so you have to learn to do distances in temperature between 10 to 15. Distances. 15, you can do 10 kilometers.
San Francisco is a classic to train. It's from 7 degrees to 17.
Yeah. So a lot of places in Europe, San Francisco, the temperature goes up in the summer and goes down to 6 degrees the sea in the winter. So they train. So that's very good. Ice bath, where you, what we did also, you take a container like this. You fill it up with water and you start putting ice inside. So a good way to train is to get inside and then start putting ice in it, and you feel the water getting colder and colder. We go straight into 0 degree. We go 1, 2, 3, and you see. You need to learn what it does to you. Okay? What it does to your breathing, what it does to your head so you don't panic, what it does to your fingers. It's really sore. And then you need to swim. Again, you don't need to swim in 0. You don't need to train in 0 for 0. I trained in 12, 10 degrees.
So from 10, it's possible to go to
0. Yeah.
To 0.
Yeah. You need to do some ice bath, which you can do anywhere. Just buy ice, or we go to a fish factory because they have a lot of ice. You just have to have a good shower after that for a week. And
you spend 1 minute, 5 minutes to 12 minutes.
I try not to spend more than 10 minutes. 12 minutes, I don't want to damage myself.
Head inside or just until
up
here?
To here, yeah.
Up to here.
Okay. Sometimes you put your head under. We always say 1, 2, 3, you put your head under. Again, for me, it's more mental. It's actually not that sore to put the head under if you have a cap.
Yeah.
And if you put the head under and count till 10 and put it up, it's more mental.
But I'm going to be hot because I have this cap.
Yeah. You're going to be fast as well, yeah. Look, I believe that anyone can swim in the ice. You have to be fit. You have to understand it. And it's the same way that there are people that can't go from the pool to open water. It scares the shit out of them. You know, the dark water, no direction, the waves, the swell. I love it. I get bored in the pool. I like the swell. I like the waves. I like the kelp, the fish. You know,
Me too.
you have to get used to it. Then you get to love it. It never gets easier. So if people ask me, you'll ask me, Ram, so you don't feel the cold? I definitely feel the cold. But when I train in cold water on a regular basis, I can walk around in a t-shirt and slope when it's cold, because my body, one of the biggest things that I've trained myself, my body trained itself, I don't know how to train my body, is to generate heat, okay? So it's not just sibolet or stamina. We learn to get into cold water and start generating, the body generate heat. And you get to a stage where you feel you're swimming in ice and you feel like in heaven. Doesn't last for long.
So
but you can swim. You can swim 1 kilometer in 0 degree if you train for it. There is no doubt in my mind that you can do that. You've got a strong mind. You're a good athlete, unless you've got a heart problem, which is important. It's here. Most of it is here, in my belief. Yeah.
So we learned a lot about ice swimming. I can talk to you for hours and just listen. I hope you liked it. Ram, thank you very much.
We'll see you in January, beginning first, second week of January in Germany. I'll send you the detail. I think we should have an Israeli team there. I know you got some
crazy people as well.
Yeah, I think it will be great if you're going to have an Israeli team there. Even if it's 2-3, I already know you got quite a few
Yeah.
crazy people swimming
Yeah,
with you.
yeah.
You're Ron and Avishag and Eric. You know, so there's enough med swimmers in Israel to
do this. Okay, thank you.
see you in the ice.
Tá, mano.